Yeah, so I say that to say that I never drank in college at all. So if I did go to a party, which was seldom, I would pour out a beer can, right? Just at FSU, at Florida State, I would pour out a beer can and fill it up with water. Just because the whole thing is because I was sick of hearing people say, "You're not drinking, you're not drinking." So it's like, and they respected my choice because they knew I worked out. But I was like, I just didn't feel like answering that question 25 times a night. So I just emptied out a beer can, filled it up with water, and just sip on that all night, so I don't have to deal with it. So yeah, like I think I gotta put down some strategy stuff, like what he's saying, because it's the ideas are so good to communicate, but I think they're important for the videos too. Hello?
Chris.
What's up, Dave? Well, what I would like to be, like right now we just have the creative, you know, we're just in give state, but I would love to, like you said, the what's next. You know, when I speak from stage, people are gonna be like, all I need is, I need the what's next. So a digital product, the digital product stuff is cool just because I love doing videos, and that's super easy and fun for me. Like, you know, I just need a curriculum, you know, just make that so I can knock out as many digital stuff as possible.
The biggest challenge that I see with individuals who have a message to share is turning it into a business.
Right. I'll tell you, that's why I'm scared and I get overwhelmed. So when you start bringing me there, watch what happens. This is what I do, and you understand this in people. You'll bring me towards the clarity of it, and then my body starts getting distracted. It starts, you know what I mean? My body sometimes doesn't let me get to that point to get nail it on the head, and I get distracted.
Appreciate
sweet.
you. Let me know if you need anything.
You got it. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so the anxiety and the fear on one end is, you know, I would love this message, the hero's journey out there, but yes, I have the feeling of it, the message of people want it on a base level. It's like, so what's the practical level? How can I show someone, it's like, if I buy this phone, I have a phone. I know that I got something for it, right? So something like, how do we measure the change in someone, right? And so like you said, how do you create the curriculum or the actual, what was the word he used?
Well, like,
I don't want to say strategy,
it's not
but
the journey, but it's like it was taking people from A to B with a system and a formula.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, I do this next, and I do this next. So now the worry of all that stuff, or wondering and trials and errors of it, what gets me is now that just takes more time, and there's going to be only so much time that I'll go before I just say screw it.
So you're feeling the uncomfortable.
Hell yeah, but like that's when, you know, it's like, but then I say, well, I'm investing in me, and I still remember the day, the 100-something days ago, where I told Whitney, if I have to sell it all, just to know that I went for it and moved forward, it's gonna be all worth it. Like, I'm okay with living in a $600 apartment if it totally flopped, because at least I said, well, at least I did it and I'm happy. The one story that's like the funniest to me is when when you first train someone, you know, I was at Bally's. This is when I worked at Bally's in Orlando. I made it clear that you pay for sessions, not time. Meaning, this is your first day working out, you don't need 1 hour. So about, 20 minutes of intense was enough. The guy was shaking. And then he complained to Bally's saying, you know, I paid a lot of money for these training sessions, and he gypped me 40 minutes, and so next time this guy came in, I said, all right, man, so let's amp it up today. And so I started his workout with 6 sets of 20 to 30 on calves. The next day, like, we didn't hear from him for like 4 days, because he had went to the hospital the next day because he thought like he had like an embolism in his calves. He went to the hospital, and they're like, dude, your calves are just sore, get over it, you know, like nothing. And then he's like, I think there's something wrong. I'm like, there's nothing wrong, man. I go, you got bird legs, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, aren't you glad I didn't go the full hour? And then he hung up on me. Right.
Super proud of you, man. I showed your video in our class. People loved your presentation. Didn't like, loved your talk. One guy goes, "How do I make my story like that?" You know, and like, we gotta practice.
You can practice like crazy. It was way better than if I rushed the last 15 seconds. Because they got the feeling. Remember, they got the feeling. So if I went a little bit faster, maybe they wouldn't have got the deep feeling.
What's the biggest takeaway? I
didn't lose because of lack of preparation. So I went in going, now that I did my best, right? So now it's like, does the market like the message or not? So all of them loved it. In fact, this guy, Archangel event, his thing is called Superhero Entrepreneur. So that's why he loved it, because he's into heroes, you know?
Nice. What's next steps for you?
So June, I'm speaking at this Isaac Jones event, the Josh Axe event. I'm gonna do the 20. I'm gonna do the 20-minute.
Okay.
Dude, that's hard to juggle the 3, the 5, and the 20, because they kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I do the 20. Then Ashley's event in August. Ashley Oshner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you that. So Ashley Oshner, his event, I get 2 hours. So I'll do a 45-minute, then a Q&A. And I'll show you, you know, just to start building out, because that's where I get to see we could then build this program. Like for what I've been doing, like all the events, I'm like, what's the top 2, 3 frustrations or issues you see with your audience? And one person said time management. So I wrote 20 titles. I'm gonna do 20 videos and make a 1-month course on time management. And when I speak, you text here and I'll give them the free 1-month course of time management for the emails.
Yep.
Because then I can build this up where I have, wherever I speak, I have something that relates to.
I love that. It goes right into your funnel. I love that.
And then you know what they say is the ebook. They're like, we're sick, and they go, and we don't want a lame ebook for someone to download either. Like, cause they're like, hey, you know, but there's like they'll say like this, just text here and get my ebook. They're like, they like just when a speaker gives something of value like this.
Like a bigger course, like got it.
Yeah, like above, like what's unique, you stick out.
Got it.
And then I guess in this, you know, the industry, it's reputation.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this guy was nice, over caring, gave so much. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
And then that's so that's what we'll do.
Hey, now you get to hear my sexy voice. Check me out on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Overcast, and iTunes at DrZaino, DrZaino. That's my love-making voice.